What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome to the Warframe video. So today we have a revisit to something that we made a video on a couple months ago, and that is the Exodia Contagion. I called it the stealth nerf at the time because it wasn't in the patch notes, and a lot of people agreed with me, but you know what? DE decided that that was a bug, and they have changed Exodia Contagion similar to the way it was before. I'm not going to fully say they completely unnerfed it compared to how it was before, but now at least the mods are applying properly and we're inheriting the stats of our weapon that we have in base. So let's just go over this a little bit today. I'm going to talk about Exodia Contagion and how you can not entirely min-max it, but some ways that you can move your damage up even higher with this Exodia Contagion arcane. Let's just quickly show what that is. So right here, for a while, this was not inheriting the stats from your Zaw that you custom built. So basically what you want to do is you want to jam as much crit chance as possible in here, and if you want to min-max really hard, you go with really high base damage Zaws. So something like this would be great. Use the parts that you don't normally want to run. The current like Zaw meta for like building Zaws, not for Exodia Contagion, is like max speed. And I go for max crit. You can go for hybrid build if you don't care about red crits. Go with like a little bit of status there, a lot of crit here, and then really high attack speed. The base damage does not matter as much for for normal Zaws, but for this Exodia Contagion, you want to get as high of damage as possible. So the Dokram, or Dokram, however you pronounce it, that strike has really high damage. So does the Plague Kiwar strike. And then for one-handed, the Korb gives you the most damage, and the Vargeet 2 Ruhang gives you the most crit chance and almost the most damage. There's another weight that gives you like 12 more damage, but it does not give you as much crit chance. So I decided to go with a little bit less damage, but more crit chance with the strike we just showed right there. So I'm going to be, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you the Zaw I actually use, because I don't really like Exodia Contagion as much, but I do understand it is very powerful. So we've shown this build right here. So when you're trying to make an Exodia Contagion build, if you're not trying to go for Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds, which do work on this, by the way, you want to just jam as much upfront crit chance as you possibly can. So we've got Sacrificial Steel here to give us 220% increased critical chance. And we have a Plague Kripath Crit Chance Riven here with melee damage and Toxin. Minus Slash is not a very good negative, but you know, it's unrolled, so I don't really feel like rolling it right now. We've got Prime Pressure Point, Organ, Shatter, and Glider Might for increased damage overall on crit damage, and this thing has over 100% crit chance, so this is basically just increased damage right here. And then we're running Prime Fever Strike and Shocking Touch for corrosive damage. So when we throw the grenade, it will be corrosive. Then we got Glider Might on here just for a speed mod. You aren't really going to be proccing Berserker much, so you know, if you could fit on Prime Fury, that would actually be better for you. Okay, let's just quickly show how it works. Now remember how it was before. You were just getting yellow crits pretty much at without a combo multiplier, and that was a bug. According to them, that was a bug because it is a bug. All right, we are going to pause the enemies. Actually, let's not pause them. I'll make myself invincible. And something fun you can do with the Exodia Contagion on Wisp is you can basically throw the grenade while invisible, because while Wisp is airborne, she is invisible. So as you can see right there, it's working exactly how it should. We're seeing a lot of orange crits and a lot of yellow crits because we have 156% crit chance. Now, like I said, you can actually go for Blood Rush on this thing if you want to. Blood Rush is going to make it where after you stack up a combo multiplier, you'll be getting all red crits basically. And we have a quick clip of those red crits up here. So as you can see, the way you activate this is you jump and then do a aim gliding melee attack, and it throws a grenade forwards. And it has a forced impact proc. And these are level 180 heavy gunners. So, I mean, for this, with no combo built up, like we're not min-maxing the damage really, not bad. I did use Roar there, Helminth Roar on Wisp, so keep that in mind. Let's just quickly show how it works with Blood Rush, because like I said, it does work with Blood Rush, and that's just, you know, you want to see that, don't you? So here we are. This is a clip I recorded earlier. Now we're not using the exact same build here, but this is with Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds. So there you go. She got 2 corrosive procs on her. It's lots of red crits. We're not using Roar, and something that's actually kind of fun with this is to use the new proboscis, cernos, however you want to say it, the new infested tentacle bow. How about that? The Nidus bow. It will pull all the enemies into one area, and you could easily throw the grenade at them. And that's what I'm going to do after we show this clip really quickly. As you can see right here, it's not really min-max damage. This ability responds pretty well to buffs from the outside. Oh, and the reason I said it, they didn't completely buff it back to the way it was before, is apparently, now I heard this from a couple people actually, apparently before, it was actually giving you double, like it was applying the stats of your custom Zaw twice. So that's why it was like ridiculous before. Probably why they tried to nerf it, but they made a mistake when they were nerfing it and made it so it didn't scale with the equipped Zaw parts at all. So that has been fixed. As you can see right there, she's procced up. I don't remember if it... Let's just test if Condition Overload works in here. I want to say it is going to work. And that would actually be really good if this proboscis cernos. I don't know what... I'm going to probably rename this bow after this video. We're going to probably call it tentacle something. Something involving tentacles and explosions. Alright, so let's try CO. It should be pretty noticeable if CO is working, honestly. You know, while we're at it, let's equip Exodia, or not Exodia, Arcane Avenger. Nice, we already have it equipped. Let's equip the Adarza Kavat for even further increased crit chance, guys. So yeah, now that this has been unnerfed or rather bug fixed, however you want to call it, I think it will be useful in Scarlet Spear again. So keep an eye on that being still a really good Scarlet Spear weapon. Let's see if CO works here. Let's get these proc while we're at it. That looked pretty good. If it didn't work, I mean, that's still enough damage even with Condition Overload not working. So, yeah. Definitely, if you did get it, like I said in my previous Deimos Arcana like Halloween event video or Halloween vendor video, I said only get Exodia Contagion if you think they're going to unnerf it. And I thought they weren't going to unnerf it. So, there you go. Now, this is not essential at all. Let me tell you that. If you think this is a fun playstyle, then go for it. Remember that, like I said, while Wisp is airborne, she is invisible. So you're basically an invisible bomber here. And you know, let's try another Zaw. Okay, I have other Zaws that we can use this on. So let's use this random like Sepfon polearm. I don't think I've ever used this. It might be a staff actually. Okay, yeah, I made an Exodia Contagion build right here. There's Blood Rush on it. We have Exodia Contagion on 2 of these builds. All right, let's do this one. With Sacrificial Steel, Prime Pressure Point, and basically the same kind of... But we have Spoiled Strike on here, though. So we'll have reduced attack speed, but higher damage. And we've got Sepfon Visa Acrotox. Actually pretty good for Exodia Contagion now that I look at it. Melee damage, critical damage, and Toxin. With minus damage to Infested. Alright, so this is going to be... I believe it's actually going to have higher damage than the Zaw I just showed you, which was... It does. It has 40 more damage. So this will technically do more damage, actually. Alright, and we have 108% crit chance without any Blood Rush multipliers. Now keep in mind, we do have the Adarza Kavat, so we will probably be getting some more crits than we were supposed to here. Now the wiki says that Exodia Contagion does 4 ticks of damage. I want to say those 4 ticks of damage don't always happen. I usually am seeing 1 or 2 ticks of damage, if that. So it might be because I'm directly hitting the enemies that it's not exploding. Like, the bow's exploding there, the proboscis cernos. But, yeah, the Exodia Contagion itself does not seem like it does 4 ticks of damage every time. Like, there's 1 tick of damage there. Was it because they were too close to the enemies, is what I'm wondering. Yeah, there's no way that did 4 ticks of damage there. I was actually looking for it, too, that time. So, yeah, pretty good stuff there. The proboscis cernos is a really nice utility weapon, and like I said in the video like yesterday or 2 days ago, I do highly recommend it, and it's fun here. Alright, so that is going to be basically it for the video, guys. I wanted to show you that credit where it's due. DE did fix something, and I am thankful for that on this day after Thanksgiving. I am thankful for DE maybe listening to Outrage, listening to people trying to point these things out, and, you know, it's not all doom and gloom here in Warframe, guys. As long as we stay strong, I think things can change for the better. And, you know, I mean, hey, I still enjoy the game. I don't spend a lot of money on it because, you know, I just bought a Korra skin and they nerf Korra a couple days later. If you think the only way she can get nerfed is her damage is reduced, you're incorrect. That's like saying just because Korra got line of sight, or it's like saying Korra getting line of sight is not a nerf. Well, then I guess when they add line of sight to Sarah, and that won't be a nerf, huh? So I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy. There will be more videos coming out every day on the show. I'm still trying to get those arcanes from those new Deimos isolation vaults. Those are a pain in the butt. But I did hear a mention by Rebecca on their dev stream that they will be making it so you don't need to actually clear the isolation vaults to get to the new bounties. So that will at least save you a little bit of time here and there. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy, and peace.